I learned recently, thanks to the Island Boys, that apparently you're not allowed to do incest on OnlyFans. So, the more you know. One thing that always, dude, one thing that always, like, I like, okay. I think this is gonna sound really bad. It sounds really bad when I try to explain it to other people in my head, which is psychotic, I know. But one thing that I always really hated the phrase, there's more than one ways to be smart. Because I would hate on people and I'd be like, this person is stupid. And someone would be like, well, there's more than one way to be smart, other than, like, book smart. And it always felt like it's not really it's not something you can, like, argue with, really. And I think that's probably the part I liked about it the least. But, like, I always racked my brain about it. And I'm like, and it finally occurred to me, if there's more than one way to be smart, then there's an infinite amount of ways to be fucking stupid. Because that guy is retarded. I promise he is. And once I, like, once I discovered it and came to terms with it, I felt a lot more better about that phrase. I don't even say that, like, in rebuttal to there's more than one way to be smart. I just feel good knowing in my mind that, that the person I'm talking about's an idiot. You guys ever seen The Notebook? I've never seen The Notebook, but I've always, it's had this impression in my mind of, like, a really romantic movie. I haven't seen it, but you know what I have seen? I've seen a clip from TikTok, which is where I get all of my media and information at this point. And there's a scene where Ryan Gosling, I think, is asking this girl out on a date. This girl who's like the female protagonist. She's on a date with another man at the park. And Ryan Gosling, they're on a Ferris wheel. And Ryan Gosling somehow ends up in front of them. He is hanging by a support structure on the Ferris wheel, and he hits him with the classic. It's a forbidden jutsu for sure nowadays, but he hits the female protagonist with the, if you don't go out on a date with me, I'm gonna kill myself. And it works, my god. Like, I mean, it works in real life too, but it's like scummy shit in real life. But The Notebook is viewed as, like, in my mind, it's like the pinnacle of romance. And yet, when I do it, it's cringe. I was trying to find a thumbnail and title for Gurm on the Boulevard, and I accidentally stumbled upon a, like... It was a video titled, like, what Kazakh people are looking for in a mate, or something like that, because I guess a lot of people are looking for Kazakh partners. And I just sent the link in, like, in a group chat, just, like, mindlessly not thinking about it, because I just thought it was a funny concept, and then, someone started actually watching it, and they're like, of course one of the girls in Gurm's video is 16, because the age of consent in Kazakhstan is 16. I did not know that there was a 16-year-old in that video. I also did not know that the age of consent in Kazakhstan was 16. But, you know, here we are, I guess. If it works for them, you know, I guess maybe their, like, life expectancy is lower, so they need their age of consent to be lower. I don't really know. I do wonder. I'm not trying to be, like, pedophile pilled, but I do wonder what, like, the argument is, because, like, if culturally your age of consent is 16, right? Like, dating someone who's significantly younger than you is still creepy, right? But how does someone combat that culturally? Like, how do you go up to a Kazakh whatever bureaucrat and go, the fact that your age of consent is 16 makes me sick? To be in a similar mind state. What are you trying to say? Autistic bitches can't get the dick? Dude, I know people who only date autistic chicks. it's like a trait they look for. Honestly, I think a lot of people need to go back to their colonialist roots. And I think that what they need to do is they need to take the fact that they have a, like, top 1% global salary, and they need to go into other countries and spend all their money there. I think that's the plan. I think the American government, instead of student loans or housing loans or car loans, I think they should start a program where basically you can check if you're eligible, and basically the bank goes, all right, if you want a house, all right, We can send you to Zambia with $20,000. Okay? You'll be a king. Alright? You'll have just months and months and months, years worth of an average Zambian salary. Delicious food, healthy food, great for you, surrounded by a beautiful culture. And you can just do whatever you want. You know what I mean? Like, I think once we stopped taking over other people's lands, America kind of went down the drain. You know what I mean? Because then we started fighting for our own land. And we don't want to fight for our own land. It's already ours. We want to take other people's land. And everyone always wants to talk about how much they want to move. This is it, man. I promise. I remember I actually studied abroad in the Czech Republic. My rent as a student in the Czech Republic was $150 a month. Admittedly, I wasn't a dorm. It was a very small dorm. I was sharing it with another person. But it's a house. I mean, it's a roof over your head with heating, a kitchen, a shared bathroom. Technically, I believe the school comes with a daycare if you have a child. There's also family units, which I imagine are a little bit more expensive, but I mean, how much more expensive could they be if sharing a room is $150, right? Like, realistically. If you were a student, you could also, I was able to get lunch. I was able to get a soup, a meal, and a beverage for $5 US. The equivalent of. Wait, she did the 3, 2, 1 countdown. I thought surely the round was going to start. Only work on upper body? What the? Wait, so you're actually like... You're built like American Dad, huh? My legs are huge. Oh, can we get a girth reading? Can we get like a... Do you got a measuring tape on you? My legs literally look like I do roids. I don't know. I don't know, man. What am I supposed to do? Just take your word for it? The internet's full of liars, Kairuki. Full of them. I don't do roids anymore? Wait, but that... Even if you only did one cycle of steroids, you have like a permanent advantage for the rest of your life. Also, doing steroids is based. But it doesn't matter if you don't do them anymore. You still had a crazy advantage during and after. Why'd you stop, dude? Steroids are awesome. There's like literally no downside. Why did I stop? Well, I had a heart attack at 18. No way. But is it worth living longer if you're going to be smaller while doing it? You know what they say, Kairuki. Live large, die large. Leave a giant coffin.